One thing we found out when we tried to develop the farm, looking at what's available through the different government agencies, we found out that we really could not get a lot of information. I went to my NRCS agent, went to him and says, we bought a farm here in Caswell County. What programs do you have who can help us develop what we want to do and continues to improve what we wanted to do? He looked at me and said, nothing. I said, you don't have any programs? No. It's okay, I left. I happened to be working with a lawyer in Greensboro, North Carolina. So he told me basically about what EQIP was. Then when I come back and went to my NRCS office, I said, we're looking at having a cattle farm. I do not have a way to get water on my property. What came out of that program, as you can see behind us, you will see this 2,500 gallon water tank. We actually put in the first solar water system in Caswell County. Through PPFG, which is Piedmont Progressive Farmer Group, we hold farm days. And on those farm days, we have NRCS, we have farm services, we have extension, but also the national agencies we have to come in and speak to give farmers information. One of the biggest problems we have now is the amount of farmland that is being lost by minority farmers. And the good thing about it, when we started, we did a lot of traveling around to different parts of the state, to universities, to look at what programs they had. And we try to bring that information back to this area for farmers to understand they can do other things than traditional farming. As you can see, you may hear chickens. We have over 200 chickens on the farm. PPFG is a supplier of brown eggs, pasture-raised and free-range eggs to niche markets.
Piedmont Community College understood that there's a need for younger farmers to come into ag business, and with that relationship with us, Piedmont Progressive Farmers Group and the college, they decided to develop a program called Seeds. Through that, we've been able to develop a program that will encompass not only education, we're looking at beginning farmers, work with farmers that, would you say,
they want to get into farming but does not have the land or anything else to work and to learn. So these incubator farms will help them to develop, get that skill, learn what they want to do, and then after a couple of years or 2 to 3 years, then they can go out on their own to either lease a farm, buy a farm, or whatever, and be ready to go right into business.
As farmers, we need to be committed to trying to provide that quality food. And that's what we try to do with PPFG. That's what we try to stress with the farmers that we're talking with. And that's what we try to get people to understand, is that even if you're not certified organic, at least try to grow it as much as possible.
We are kicking off a program through Piedmont Progressive Farmers Group called Cool Beans, and it's going to be geared for PPFG kids. We actually have a few youth farmers, and we want to be able to teach children where their food comes from and also how to grow to be able to provide healthy foods for their own home. I've been trying to get help in cleaning out the ponds. I'm getting denied, and I don't know what to ask for, because we have a whole pond where these kids can be learning how to fish and all that, but I can't get it cleaned out because I can't do that myself. One of the main purposes of Piedmont Progressive Farmers Group is that we advocate for Black farmers and services to be equal for all of us. It's amazing to me that sometimes I can sit down in a room with one older female farmer, and she'll just sit there and shake her head, not give me any type of help, and just say, well, we already did that. I can sit down in another room with another older female farmer, and she'll say, this is what you need to do. This is how you plant this, and this is how you do that. And don't plant them this time, and this will grow. This will work in this area. And there's a difference in that. And we really need to stop hindering ourselves as a group of women and come together and start advocating for services and help, and just form a camaraderie and empower each other.
We met Piedmont Progressive Farmers Group, and they took us under their wing, and just we've learned so much from that, and learning the different contacts and connections of where to sell and how to sell our produce and market, and it's just been a phenomenal group to work with. This is not all that ag is about. There's so many careers and so many different directions that you can go in with ag. You have to understand that the heritage of the black farmer, has been slighted so much, and if we can put ourselves in a position to share that information and help people understand the benefit of the farm. This was a staple of our community. It was actually a garage and a store, sold Coca-Colas and nabs and the whole nine for the farmers, and worked on vehicles and tractors here. It was called Mr. Bud's store, and this is just where the black community, this highway, this whole community would come for things. And to have this lease on this farm is so important to us, again, to preserve the heritage and to let people know, that this is still here, and it means so much to all of us.
Well, the thing I like about PPFG was that they were a group who worked together to better the efforts of all. And I like anything of synergy, where the group come together and they're able to do better than the individual components. And I like the fact that there are guys who want to do well at farming and work well together and weren't afraid to jump in and do things, So I like that a lot, and that drew me to them. And just to be able to buy things together, sell things together, I think is a major asset for any group.